everyone, Plushblue EP here. Not too long ago, I reached 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. How cool is that? So I figured to celebrate, how about a 30-question Q&A? So, that's why we're here. So let's say we get started.
Ready? Let's go.
Did you know about that Joanna Davidovich was one of the additional animators on Fixed? Yeah, I heard about Joanna's involvement in Genny Tartakovsky's Fixed. She probably brought it up herself in one of her live streams. And I think also No Parking Barry brought it up in his live stream too. What are your favorite DC Comics characters and why? It's a tie between Batman and Superman because they're obviously the best pair of DC superheroes that you can think of. Not to mention, the first ones you think of when DC comes to your mind. What's your favorite Pixar movies? To name 5 of them in no particular order: Finding Nemo, Cars, Up, Coco, and Elemental. Wait a sec, that's chronological order! What's your favorite logo? Oh boy, this one's a challenge for me. Where do I even start? Okay, you know what? I'll come back to that one. Have you seen any object shows since you've drawn BFDI characters? The other object show I recall seeing, as far as I know, is BFDI's sister show, Inanimate Insanity. What's your favorite Nirvana, Weezer, and Radiohead song? From each respective artist, I like Smells Like Teen Spirit, Beverly Hills, and I guess maybe Creep? Are you excited to see Christopher Nolan's movie adaptation of Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey? Given that I recall watching the Hallmark edition of The Odyssey with Vanessa Williams, I do have high hopes for Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. That is, if I do have time to see it in the theaters. What's your favorite video on your YouTube channel? There are many videos I've done that I've considered favorites, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say the Total Request 50 trailer. What's one movie that you'd love to see a sequel to someday? I'd be curious to see how a sequel to Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events would go. What would happen if Count Olaf makes a return? One can never be sure. Have you seen Thomas and Friends, Tale of the Brave? Although I did grow up watching Thomas, I don't know if I've seen Tale of the Brave, let alone the other direct-to-video Thomas movies. Have you ever made a GIF before? That I've not, but it could be fun to do. What's your opinion on Pac-Man? Obviously one of the best classic video games out there, if not the best. What's your favorite character in Thomas and Friends? Wow, 2 Thomas questions this Q&A alone. Anyways, for favorite characters, in terms of engines, I'd say Thomas himself. In terms of humans, Sir Topham Hatt, aka the Fat Controller. What do you think of one of my video game OCs, Cheetah Big Cat? I haven't seen much of this character, but from what I can tell, he seems like a cool OC of yours. Have you ever been to the Don Caesar in St. Pete Beach? No, I have not, nor do I have any plans on going there. Which now brings us to an intermission. Remember when I said I'd come back to this question from Crystal Stone Tiny True Pop Cyanish? Well, here's my answer. Despite them having a rocky centennial that year, I will say that Disney's 2023 logo is one of my favorites, as it serves as a love letter to the company and their filmography. Now with that out of the way, let's get back to the questions. Do you have a favorite comic dub, or comic dubs, that you're most proud of making? One of the comic dubs I'm proud to have made was Going Green. Even if it was my first Aim to Friend comic dub, I had a lot of fun with it. Can you bring back reading funny signs? A pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the new version of a little something I did on YouTube 10 to 6 years ago. A little something that you might have remembered me by. I finally stopped drinking for good. Now I drink for evil. Yep, there's no way I'm stepping foot in that bar. I'd rather drink a Dasani. Would you rather skydive or climb a mountain? Me, I guess I'd probably say climb a mountain? What are your thoughts on the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movies and the announcement of Sonic 4 featuring Kristen Bell as Amy Rose? Although I saw neither of the Sonic movies, at least so far, I will say that they do look pretty great. As for Sonic 4, I wish everyone all the best, including Kristen Bell. What do you think of my new Disney Junior show, Sophia the First Royal Magic? Have you ever seen it yet? That show was absolutely amazing for what it was. I have not seen Royal Magic, but based on what I heard, it appears like a promising enough return to Enchantia, as far as I know. Did you ever hear about Gameoverse from Glitch Productions? Yes, I have, but I have not seen it. What's the best classic Cartoon Network show from 1996 to 2009? Is this even a contest? We all know what the best one is!
Once again, the day is saved. thanks to the Powerpuff Girls. Love, 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 la la love.
How many VHS tapes do you own? Technically, my father was more the VHS collector than me. But I will admit I have seen a handful of films on tape, like Treasure of the Sierra Madre with Humphrey Bogart. Team PlayStation, Team Xbox, or Team Nintendo? Team Nintendo all the way, my friends! What's your favorite Nickelodeon movie? The first SpongeBob SquarePants movie, without a doubt. If you could ever meet at least one of your favorite cartoon creators, who would they be? To name a few people off the top of my head, I'm probably gonna say Bill Motz and Bob Roth, and Dwayne Capizzi and Jeff Kline. Have you done animation before? Drawn animation I've done a couple times back in 2024, but most of the animation I do in After Effects is just moving around my layers, just to give it a good consistent feel every time, be it my logo remakes or anything else. What do you think about Roger Black and Waka Ogin's cartoons? I think the Roger Black name rings a bell for me, but I don't know if I'm familiar with the latter person. Do you like or play Fire Emblem? Alternative, do you watch anime? For one, I've not played any of the Fire Emblem games, but I do have a soft spot for the franchise, despite their characters taking up the Smash Brothers rosters every game. And for two, I don't watch anime. What's your favorite film or TV show? Favorite movie? Men in Black. Favorite show? The Ghost of Molly McGee. Well, that wraps things up now. 30 questions, 30,000 subscribers, and thanks to every single one of you for tuning in. I'm glad to have answered your questions, and for those of you that I left out, I apologize. I hope to answer any of your questions soon. But with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, this is the True Blue Plushblue EP signing off. It's been a while since I used that logo, hasn't it?